Don't mind my jeans just drying here. Oh, they're already dry. Welcome back to my channel. I want to start by saying that I don't have a lot of regrets in life. One big regret I have has to do with Miss Universe 2015. Now, if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I competed at Miss Supranational 2015 held in Poland. It happened in December 2015. Miss Universe also happened in December 2015. But I was already back in Canada from Poland and that whole event. If you want to hear about my Miss Supranational experience, I do have a video on it, so I can put the link in the description. But anyway, I was back in Canada and then I had the opportunity to go to this event in Vegas. The event had nothing to do with Miss Universe, nothing to do with pageants, but I was in Vegas while Miss Universe was happening. This is where my regret comes in. I was flying out the morning of the pageant and I could have stayed an extra day and I could have got tickets to go to the pageant, and I didn't. I have no idea why I didn't, but anyways, we know that Miss Universe 2015 was one of the most iconic, unforgettable, dramatic editions of Miss Universe ever. I just had so many favorite girls competing. Australia, USA, both of those girls, we still follow each other on Instagram. And I really loved how IMG took the pageant over. And and as a reminder, this was the first year that IMG took the pageant over from Donald Trump. The intro of the pageant really was about empowering women and showcasing that this is going to be something that is about more than the physical beauty of these women. I'm just gonna skip right into the swimsuit competition. First up is Brazil. She looks amazing, her body's amazing, her walk's amazing. And then we have Australia, one of my personal favorites. I think why she's one of my favorites, or was in the pageant, is just because she seems so friendly, approachable. She's beautiful, but she's not like overdone. Then Indonesia. Indonesia looks amazing, her body's amazing, but her walk wasn't overly impressive for me. It felt a little stiff, a little awkward. And we have Dominican Republic Clarissa. Now, she went on to win a different pageant. I can't remember what the pageant was. And then there was a whole controversy, or like people talking about her body, because I guess she gained weight or something. I think she's actually like a well-known actress now or something, which is pretty amazing. Then we have Philippines. People were really, how do I say, like all over the place with Philippines in terms of her swimsuit presentation, because the swimsuit top that she wore was it really showed her boobs bouncing, which I don't know how else to say that. I think she looks great. The only thing I wasn't like overly a fan of is when she did the two hands, like fists on the hips. Then we have France. She was such a strong delegate that year. It was actually around the Paris attacks, so kind of a sensitive time, but she was such an amazing delegate. And then we have USA, Olivia Jordan. I know Olivia a little bit, like we've had actual conversations. I met her when I competed at Miss Universe in the Philippines. She is just as sweet in person as she is in all of her interviews and on her social media. Then we have Curacao. I thought Curacao was super cute. I didn't think there was anything like spectacular about her walk, but it was good. And then we have Belgium. So sweet, so innocent looking, gorgeous, beautiful. There's something so angelic about her. I don't know what it is, but it was really awesome to see her, because I think Belgium hadn't placed in Miss Universe in like ever, like I don't even know how many years. Then we have one of my personal favorites, Japan. Now, Japan is biracial. She's Japanese and I think African American, and one of her inspirations for competing was that she had a friend who was also biracial and committed suicide because he was bullied so severely. And I thought she was just so gorgeous and seemed so genuine. She was a little bit awkward in that swimsuit walk. Then we have Venezuela, and obviously her body's amazing, her walk's amazing. And what I found so funny is the commentary during her part was something like she didn't always pay attention, or she didn't always follow the instructions in rehearsals or something. Couldn't they have come up with a better comment? Like, I don't know. Then we have South Africa. I think she looked amazing. Her walk was amazing. Her body's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say. And then Mexico, and I totally forgot about the whole controversy that she was not going to compete, or that her organization wasn't gonna send her to Miss Universe because of the comments that Donald Trump made. I'm so happy that she got her moment to shine at Miss Universe, because it's so sad that these girls' dreams can be crushed by someone being, frankly, an asshole. Then we have another personal favorite, almost always a favorite for me, Thailand. She was so sweet. I love her accent. I thought Lily's playing some background music for us. Anyways, Thailand did an amazing job. Colombia, did I even talk about Colombia? I feel like I forgot to talk about Colombia. I don't know. Miss Colombia killed it in swimsuit, and she actually recently, she was just in the top 16 or something for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit walk in Miami. So top 10 at Miss Universe 2015, I apologize for the background music by Lily, was Dominican Republic, USA, Venezuela, Curacao, France, Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, of course, Australia, and Japan. I was really surprised that Brazil didn't make it into the top 10. Like, I was super confused. So I probably would have replaced Curacao with Brazil. And nothing against Curacao, it was just I felt like Miss Brazil was really amazing in swimsuit and that Curacao wasn't as strong. But the thing is that I always say is we don't know what went on behind the scenes. We don't know what went on in interview. We're here. So if you guys haven't met, this is Lily in her Where's Waldo attire. She had pants as well, but she pooped on them. Hi, you say hi. Oh yes, okay. I totally forgot about this situation. This was the year that Miss Slovenia experienced was it a seizure? Her face, the right side of her face, was paralyzed. The fact that they gave her that moment on stage, I thought was so incredible, so admirable, and so well deserved. Now we're in the evening gown competition, starting with USA. I love Olivia, but I honestly, Olivia, don't hate me if you happen to see this video. I wasn't overly a fan of her gown just because it's a beautiful gown, nothing with the gown, but it's very bridal, and I loved her hot pink or Barbie pink or whatever pink is, like super pink gown that she won Miss USA in, because I just thought it showed so much of her personality. I thought it was so bold. I would have liked to see something brighter and something that showed more of her personality. Colombia, this gown was so freaking beautiful, like so gorgeous. It was like a disco ball, but like a glamorous, sexy, fashionable disco ball. It was like disco balls on her boobs. In a good way though. Then we have Japan, and I am not gonna lie, this was the biggest gown disappointment of, like, besides my gown that I wore. Look, first of all, it looks super cheap. It was like, it reminded me of like a costume that you would get like at Halloween or something. And I was so disappointed in that gown. Like, she is just such a regal, gorgeous looking woman, and I just didn't think. Then we have Thailand, and you know what? It's beautiful. It was a beautiful gown, but like nothing amazing, you know? And then we have Australia, and I really loved this gown on her. I thought it was beautiful, elegant. It was simple, but not simple. Like, it wasn't too much, just like, oh, she had a little trip. I forgot she had that little trip. She's like this golden goddess. Then we have Dominican Republic coming out in that white gown, looking like an angel. She was working the gown more with her turns and stuff, but I didn't feel like it was a Miss Universe winning worthy gown. Then we have France. I love this gown. This is one of my favorite gowns of the competition, just because it was so simple and elegant. It fit her to perfection. Her hair was amazing. Her lips were perfect for it. Then we have Curacao, and this look was just too old or dated for me. Actually, this gown looks so much like the gown that Miss Kenya wore my year, 2016. think it was the same designer. If they would have taken off the sleeves of this gown and done something different with her hair, it would have been a lot better, but it was just too much. The sleeves, the boobs, the hair, her walk was not that great, to be honest. And then Philippines in her obviously iconic gown. I was so happy that she wore this royal blue amazing gown. I loved the neckline, I loved the back. I loved that it was like, again, simple, but yet oh, she had a little trip. It showed a little bit of cleavage, which I liked, added a little bit of a sexy element. And of course that turn that she does with the look over the shoulder, the hands on the hips, pure perfection. And in this moment I knew she has to make it to the top 5 or top 3, whatever they decide to do. And we have Venezuela in the typical Venezuela little hair flips that a lot of the Miss Venezuelas do. This gown, I don't know, it was a little bit like grandma-ish. Oh my god, you guys, this is like oh my god, what? No, okay, yucky, okay. And I don't know, I think the reason I'm saying that is because had her hair been like straight and back to give a little bit of like a sexy edge, but it was too much. It was like very 70s vibe for me with like the netting on the arm and then the feathered hair. It just wasn't doing it for me. Then we have our top 5, which includes Philippines, USA, Australia, Colombia, and France. And in the onstage question and answer, first up was Philippines. The question asked if Philippines should have a presence in the US or that the US should have presence in the Philippines. She said that the US and Philippines have always had a good relationship with each other and that they were colonized by the Americans. The Filipinos have the US traditions in their culture. She then says that the Filipinos are very welcoming with Americans and she doesn't see a problem with that. So I thought she did an amazing job. She seemed a little bit nervous at the start, but I mean, hello, it's Miss Universe. How could you not be nervous? Can you hear the crowd? The crowd went crazy. She nailed this. There is France, and her question was, having experienced terrorism firsthand, what is the best way to combat this rising threat? So I don't know France, how well she actually answered the question, because the translator seemed like maybe he didn't fully know what she said. So I don't know, like her answer was okay. And then we have Australia. Australia got a controversial question about legalizing marijuana in Australia. And are you tired? And she gave another okay answer. It's a hard one because she gave kind of the usual. I just got Lily sleeping, so I'm gonna talk a little bit quieter because if you're a mom, you know you don't wanna wake up the sleeping baby. So Colombia's question was something about eradicating the drug issue in Colombia, and she gave like a pretty good answer about having it start at home and educating our young people. Then we have USA, and she got a question about guns, which is obviously a very controversial, very real issue in the United States. She did such a good job at answering the question until the very end. She got cut off, but I thought she did such a good job in saying that we basically need to look at protecting the whole of everyone rather than the protecting ourselves with a gun. I don't really want to get into it because it's controversial, but I thought she did a great job. It almost would have been better if she just would have stopped right there and left it, and then she ended with, we need to pay attention. And that was it. Of course, the top 3 was Philippines, Colombia, and USA. And then we have the top 3 question and answer, where all 3 women were asked the same question, which was very simply, why should you be the next Miss Universe? I thought USA Olivia Jardin did a pretty good job. You know, it was inspiring, it was beautiful. Then we have Colombia. I'm positive I should be the next Miss Universe from my country because I have all the attributes of a woman. The attributes that a woman should have, all the attributes a woman should have. It was very like surface, like again, I don't know what the translation was, but basically what it sounded like for us who only speak English, it was like, I should be Miss Universe because I have all the things to be Miss Universe. Ding! And then we have Philippines, who of course gave her iconic, I keep saying iconic, but she was truly iconic. PIA WURTZBACH was iconic. Her iconic answer of saying that she is confidently beautiful with a heart. She says that being Miss Universe is an honor and a responsibility. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with a heart. as soon, like I actually have goosebumps listening to her give this answer, even though I've heard this answer like a million times. When I heard her give this answer, when I saw her confidence, when I saw her looking into the crowd, probably into the eyes of the judges, I knew she had to be the next Miss Universe. So when they announced USA as the second runner-up, I was not surprised. USA, second runner-up, and then we have Colombia and Philippines. When he says Miss Universe 2015 is Colombia, I immediately knew something was wrong. First of all, I was like, no way. I like stop breathing like every time I see footage of this. It's just really weird. She grabs a Colombian flag from someone in the front row. The girls don't come rushing. It starts to get awkward. Nothing's happening. The girls still aren't coming. I mean, you guys have seen this. But when I was watching this at home, I was freaking out. And yeah, it's just awkward. Like Colombia's waving the flag. Also probably thinking like, where are the girls? Why hasn't Steve Harvey said, take your first walk as Miss Universe? Doesn't happen. It's like the most awkward TV moment of all time. The famous line, so awkward. Hey folks, I have to apologize. And everyone starts like shrieking and freaking out because I think everyone knows what's about to go down. Shit's about to go down. The first runner up is Colombia. She looks like, are you fucking kidding me? And then USA is like looking at PIA like, it's you, like you're the winner. I seriously have goosebumps, you guys. I have freaking goosebumps. I've seen this so many times, like I don't know why I get this feeling every time. It's the most awkward, crazy, insane moment of Miss Universe ever. Here we go, taking the crown away from Colombia, putting it on Philippines' head is just like the most weird moment ever. I remember after the pageant, so many people were saying Colombia should be Miss Universe, like they shouldn't take the title away from Colombia. But my argument is, as sad and heartbreaking and crazy as it was, they weren't taking the crown away from Colombia because the crown was always Philippines. She's the one who actually won the pageant. It was Steve Harvey who screwed it up. I totally believe she deserved to win. She gave amazing answers. She had amazing performances. I'm sure she performed super well in interview, behind the scenes. And part of why I say this is because when I competed at Miss Universe, I got to meet PIA, see PIA behind the scenes, and she was always so professional, conducted herself so well, and I don't doubt for a second that she didn't do that when she was competing at Miss Universe. So sad and unfortunate that she didn't get to have that winning, true, real winning moment. It was definitely not the conventional way to be crowned Miss Universe. Things that people said to her afterwards, the bullying, the cyberbullying that she experienced, I don't think everyone could have handled what she experienced, and she handled it with grace. I'm sure it was super challenging. She actually talked about it when we were competing at Miss Universe. I believe PIA WURTZBACH deserved to win Miss Universe. I thought she was such an amazing title holder. One of my favorite Miss Universes ever. So I kind of think that's it. As usual, if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. I don't know where it is. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye 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 bye.